Hello, good morning students. This is Yashna Gupta. I am going to present introduction of organic chemistry, and this is very important chapter for 10th class students. So students, I am taking now a very little example for you, and this I'm telling how the easiest way we can understand the organic chemistry. So students, if you have any kind of doubt, so you can discuss me after this and then I'll tell you in my comment box. So let's start. Students, we are describing here compounds. Compound, as we all know, compounds generally organic compounds made up of carbon. So, but on the basis of this, carbon organic compound, what is the difference between organic compound and hydrocarbon here? So then the compounds which are containing carbon, oxygen, carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, and other element, these are the organic compound. Whereas the hydrocarbon that contain only the hydrogen and carbon, that is a hydrocarbon. Both are compounds, and both categories, it can be aliphatic, it can be aromatic. But on the basis of hydrocarbon, when we are describing what is hydrocarbon, so hydrocarbon can be divided by two main: saturated compound and unsaturated compound. For this, for going in detail, I'll discuss with the slide in the next term. Okay, so let's continue. So students, I am telling about the carbon, versatile nature of carbon. Why I am discussing about the carbon? Because in organic chemistry, carbon is a main element. You know, carbon is a main element, and why we are saying that this is the main element? So we are saying that there is a natural compound which are occurring from carbon in the form of the carbon. So, but first before this, what we have to know, what is carbon? Carbon is a non-metal. Its atomic number is 4, its atomic number is 6, and last valence electron is 4. So it forming the most important bond, covalent bond. As we all know, covalent bond is formed by the sharing of electrons. So guys, it contains the 4 valence of electron, and it has a tendency to share the 4 electrons more, and it can form the tetrahedral structures. The tetrahedral structure, and in this important thing, the more important property, it can make the catenation property. In catenation, self-linking. Carbon attached to the another carbon atom and make the long chain structure. It can be branch, it can be straight, it can be a ring and cyclic form. So carbon has a very versatile nature, and it can be formed in various forms. So we will discuss in further slide. Here I am also discussing about what is chirality. The main property of carbon is also have the chirality. Chirality, the compound which are having the carbon compound which are having, you can say carbon, the center atom which is attached to a different atom of group, that is a chiral center. So due to this, I'll use what is the chirality, what is the use of chirality, but for the little introduction, I am telling what is chirality. When carbon is attached to different atom of group, that is known as chiral center or chiral carbon atom. And that carbon is also known as asymmetric carbon atom. So I am discussing now what is hydrocarbon and what is the role of carbon in the form of hydrocarbon compounds. So guys, continue. So students, I have already told what is hydrocarbon. Hydrogen is made of hydrocarbon compounds that made up of carbon and hydrogen. It can be arranged in the cyclic form, ring chain, straight form, branch form. So it can be summarized in the following rule. But important thing is that hydrocarbon is divided by the two main things: saturated hydrocarbon, unsaturated hydrocarbon, and it can be summarized in the form of branch, straight, and what is that? So I am telling this. These are the some example: butane, ethane, methane. These are the structure depicted here. You are seeing here, and these are the straight chain. These are the cyclic form. you can say cycling ring, you know. So these compounds are arranged in the form of different forms. So guys, we have to know hydrocarbon is not a general form. It is complicated form, and it is divided by the broad two category: saturated compound and unsaturated compounds. Saturated compounds and unsaturated compounds. So guys, what do you mean by saturated hydrocarbon? Saturated hydrocarbon are those hydrocarbon where carbon has a single bond. Means is that one carbon attached to the another carbon by a single bond, that is a saturated hydrocarbon. And what is unsaturated hydrocarbon? So then you can say when carbon attached to the another carbon by a double bond, that is known as unsaturated doubly bonded compound. Means you can say alkene are the unsaturated compound. And another, the compound which are having a triple bond, the carbon which is attached by another carbon by a triple bond, that is known as unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated. So then you can say alkynes are under category of the unsaturated hydrocarbons. So alkene and alkyne are the unsaturated, and alkene are the saturated compounds. And here you can see guys, saturated or unsaturated also present in the ring form. So it can be when the compounds are present in cycle, so these are known as the cyclic compounds. Another category of the hydrocarbon is aromatic hydrocarbon. What do you mean by aromatic? Aromatic hydrocarbon when started, so then it is related to the benzene ring. Means it has 6 carbon arranged in a ring, and this contain alternation of single bond and double bond. So 3 double bond is there, so that it is known as the aromatic hydrocarbon. On the basis of this, there is a various type of aromatic hydrocarbons I am showing in this example. You can see in this slide. So guys, so you can now easily you can understand alkenes and alkynes and what is saturated and what is unsaturated hydrocarbons to understand in detail. For the further compounds of the carbon, so we have to know what you mean by homologous series. That is a very important question, and each and everyone knows have to know about the what do you mean by homologous series. Guys, homo means same, right? So then we can say homologous series whenever we are discussing. So then when carbon is attached to another carbon, it makes the straight chain line. So then what is the series here? So for this example, for this conclusion, I'm telling when two alkyl group, here you can say ethane, methane, propane, butane, these are the alkanes. When one hydrogen removed from the alkane, it forms alkyl. This is alkyl. Means when I am taking a very simplest example for you, methane, CH4 formula, and when one hydrogen is replaced, so it forms CH3, and this is known as alkyl. Yeah, that is methyl. Methane convert to methyl. Whenever we are taking the another example, ethyl, so then this formula is CH3 CH2, whereas ethane formula is CH3 CH3. When one hydrogen is removed, so then we can say CH3 CH2. Now you have to compare methyl and ethyl. Whenever you are comparing, so one CH2 group is exceeding. So there is a difference between the two compounds, two series, methyl and ethyl CH2 group. So for the homologous series, this is necessary. Whenever we are proceeding next compound, so CH2 group will be increased. So there is a difference. And another difference for homologous series is that the difference in their molecular mass. In series of two compounds, the molecular mass will be 14 U. The difference of the two molecular compounds, you can say, I am giving very little example, methyl and ethyl. Whenever we are adding the both mass, methyl molecular mass you can add, and for ethyl, whenever you are subtracting, so then you can get the difference between 14, and it is necessary, it always comes, it is repeated when you are accept these, where you are doing another you are solving another compound, then you can see there is a difference will be come on 14. So this is the identification, this is the two main character of homologous series to understand about it. So then one is CS2 difference and another is 14U. So this is about the homologous series. So further I am giving the very simplest example. Here you can see there is a chain, they give alkane, methane, propane, butane, hexane, heptane, and then one hydrogen is removed, so it form methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, hexyl. So these are the compounds and these are showing by this picture. You can see. Guys, there is a IUPAC. We have already discussed about the homologous series, saturated and saturated compound. The next topic is IUPAC. IUPAC, what is the full form of IUPAC? You know? Okay, I'm telling. International Union Pure and Applied Chemistry means this is the full form of IUPAC. So, and this is the one mark question for 10th class students. So then what the need of IUPAC here, the question arises. Then what the need, why we are using in our life. So whenever I'm telling very simplest example, why simplest example, as we know we have a nickname or another the professional name. So then the nickname, what the use of nickname, and what the professional name in our life. So then what the use, so the use is entirely different. So then the nickname is used by the familiar person via love, but the professional name which is used by the in our school, in our office, it can here the nickname cannot be used. So there is a IUPAC also can be standardized. You can say this is a standard form. Each and every compound has a common name, but this is a nickname, this is not a standard name. To standardization we have to use the IUPAC, International Union Pure and Applied Chemistry. So then we have to give the IUPAC name for each and every compound. So for the following the IUPAC, we have to follow the rules and regulation. What are the rules and regulation of IUPAC? Let's start. What the rules and regulation I am giving. I will give you a very easier example to understand the IUPAC. So guys, for the IUPAC naming, the important thing is that in the naming, how to name, how to start, from where you have to start the name. So then counting where you have to start. So then one thing, when first straight chain you have 1 2 3 you can count. When any functional group, any terminal like CS3, ethyl, methyl, propyl are added here, so then the first priority of the IUPAC, we have to make the long chain. Long chain is necessary for the IUPAC first. So then and another example is suffix. Suffix and prefix. Prefix were used in previous, suffix is the last. So then for the IUPAC, suffix and prefix both words are used here. This mono, that is if two chlorine are attached to the straight chain carbon compound. For example, CH3 CH2 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 Cl2. So the last Cl2 is added, but two chlorine attached to the same carbon atom. Then how will you say? So then you have to count first. Your priority is there. You will count the naming 1 2 3 4. That is a 4. That is butane. And how it is observed? So for two chlorine, you have to take one position same carbon attached. 1 2 chlorine is there, so 1 dichloro. For 2 chlorine, 1 dichlorobutane. The name is that 1 dichlorobutane. So first I am telling how you will say butane, methane, ethane, propene, butene, alkene. This is a key. You can say if you are understanding this, any other suffix prefix you can use very easily. So then you have to understand how we will we use alkene, alkane, alkyne. So guys, for this I am telling you, you have 1 to 10 carbon atoms. Suppose that eth, meth are depicted here in this picture. Meth, eth, prop, but, hex, hept. We are breaking the alkene in two words. Alk plus ane. Alk plus ane. Alk, that is meth, eth, prop, but. Ane are same words. We are attaching here. When we are taking the example CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. There are the four compounds. Whenever we are counting, to them four. Four, that is eth, meth, prop, but. And ane comes from single bond. Ane comes from single bond. So then that is a alkane. Its general formula CnH2n plus 2. Okay guys. So then if we are adding then alk plus ane, but plus ane, that is butane. The formula CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, that is butane. Butane. So guys, this is butane and this contains the single bond compound. Here is butane, ethane, propyl, butane, propane. We can add this. If compound is having double bond in between them, so then it can be summarized alkene. Double bond. If triple bond is there, so then alkyne. Butene, butane, butane. The formula of the compounds is CnH2n plus 2 for alkene. CnH2n is for alkene. CnH2n minus 2 for alkyne. So guys, we are starting the IPC rules and regulation. So here we know very well the IPC full form is International Union Pure and Applied Chemistry. So for the function group, the first question arises from what is function group. The function group we know very well. The function group which tells about the chemical properties of the compound. So it is clear to know that every function group contains a different property. When it is attached to the alkene, alkyne, it makes own property. So guys, so this is very important property, and we have to discuss and how IUPAC name vary from one functional to another function group. So guys, let's start from one functional group. First I am taking halogen group. Halogen group, that is related to the halo group. Halo means fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. It forms fluoro, chloro, bromo, iodine. So guys, we will add fluorine to, when we are adding such halo group to the propane, butane, so it can be used as prefix. Halo group, I want to say halo group is used as prefix. So prefix, halo groups are there. So then for example, I am giving very little example to you. CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl. So that here 3 carbon are there and single bond there. So this is the propane for 3 carbon and single bond. And propane in one position, chlorine is attached, and we will start according to the IUPAC rules and regulation. We will start naming from where chlorine is attached to adjacent carbon atom. So then according to this, 1 fluoropropane named as of this compound. So guys, we can use mono for the single one. Mono, we can use the word mono, and for 2 di, for 3 tri, and for 4 tetra. So we can use, if 4 chlorine are at there, so we can use this word. So we have to follow the rules and regulation. And another function group is alcohol. Guys, this function group is attached as a suffix, not prefix. So suffix word is used as all. When E replaced by, when alkene we are using alkene added to the alcohol. So how it is used? It is used as E replaced from alkane and added all, means alkane plus all, that is alkanol. For example, CH3OH. CH3 contains the 1 carbon atom, one that is meth and all, methanol. So this is the use, and likewise we can understand the ethanol, methanol, propanol, butanol, hexanol, etc. Another functional group is aldehyde. Aldehyde, that is CHO. It is also used as suffix. The suffix, and suffix form is al. Alcohol for all and aldehyde for al. So when we are using, for example, HCHO, so here this carbon is also counted. So that single one carbon atom, meth, or we are using the al word as a suffix. The name is methanol. Like this, ethanol, butanol, propanol. This carbon will be counted. So reminded, dears. So reminded. And here for the third one group, ketone group. Ketone, that is one. One is a suffix word here, and its symbol from Cu, and it is started from the 3 carbon atom, and it is started only the 3 because it needed the 2 alkyl group, because its general formula is RCOR. R stand for alkyl group. So guys, for example, CS3 COCS3. See, this is not a nickname of this compound is Ac2, but the IPC name according to the rules 1, 2, 3 we will count. So then it will form prop, and one group is here, that is propanone. So this is the ketone compound. Next is the carboxylic group. Carboxylic group represented by COOH group. It is also used as the suffix, and its suffix word uses oic acid. For example, HCOOH. Its carbon also counted. One for methanoic acid. Likewise, ethanoic acid, propanoic acid, butanoic acid. So this is all about the group. And here there are some group which are joined by the hello guys, there are some functional group which are formed by the combination of group. Combination, that is 2 or more functional group attached to the make a link compound, that is linkage compound. So these are known as the combination functional group. So here these are group like ester linkage, amide linkage, or carbonyl. How it is prepared, and which functional group is attached, and which combo is there. So then I am telling, for the ester linkage, carbonyl, that is CO group attached to the ether, that is COC. Ether linkage is COC, not C double bond O, single one, COC. When it is attached, it forms the ester linkage, and that is ester formation is required by the 2 carbonyl group, CO group and ether group. Ether group and carbonyl joined together, it form the ester group. Ester linkage, that is C double bond O. Yeah, you can say C double O group. Here next is the carbonyl group. How it is prepared? It is formed by carboxyl group. It is prepared by next is the carboxyl group. Carboxyl is formed by carbonyl and hydroxyl. When both are joining, then it will form carbonyl. So do you understand? The carbonyl, what is carboxyl group? It is the combination of hydroxyl group and carbonyl group. And third one is amide group. So amide group, what is amide group? Amide, it is formed by ammonia. It is formed by amine, that is NH2, NH3, amine group, and the carbonyl. When it is attached, it will form CuNH2, which is an amide. So guys, so this is about the combination of group. We have to understand what are ester linkage, what is carbonyl, and what is amide. So we have to need here only the linkage. We have to identify how they are formed and which group is included. So this you have to remind it. For the further knowledge, I have already told the functional group. I am giving the some more example which have been shown in the next slide. Guys, you can see in this slide, these they are the example here how they are joining, like hydroxyl group, aldehyde group, how they are attaching. I am depicted in this slide. You can see and you can revise the examples, and you can do more and more example with their exercise. I'm giving only the simpler two or more examples. Guys, you can some function group which are, if you have any type of doubt in question, you can give me that is two or more function group attached to question. I can give you answer. In the next slide, functional group. I am discussing here these are about the isomers group, like ester linkage, amide linkage, or carbonyl. How it is prepared, and which functional group is attached, and which combo is there. Then I am telling for the ester linkage. For the ester linkage, carbonyl that is CO group attached to the ether that is COC. Ether linkage is COC, not C double bond O, single bond COC. When it is attached, it forms the ester linkage, and that is ester formation is required by the two carbonyl group, CO group and ether group. Ether group and carbonyl joined together, it form the ester group. Ester linkage, that is C double bond O. C double bond O, O. Yeah, you can say C double O. C double O group. Here next is the carbonyl group. How it is prepared? It is formed by carboxyl group. It is prepared by next is the carboxyl group. Carboxyl is formed by carbonyl and hydroxyl. When both are joining, then it will form carbonyl. So do you understand? The carbonyl, what is carboxyl group? It is the combination of hydroxyl group and carbonyl group. And third one is amide group. So amide group, what is amide group? Amide, it is formed by ammonia. It is formed by amine that is NH2, NH3, amine group, and the carbonyl. When it is attached, it will form CuNH2, which is an amide. So guys, so this is about the combination of group. We have to understand what is ester linkage, what is carbonyl, and what is amide. So we have to need here only the linkage. We have to identify how they are formed and which group is included. So this you have to remind it. For the further knowledge, I have already told the functional group. I am giving some more example which have been shown in the next slide. Guys, you can see in this slide, they are the example here how they are joining, like hydroxyl group, aldehyde group, how they are attaching. I am depicted in this slide. You can see and you can revise the examples, and you can do more and more example with their exercise. I'm giving only the simpler two or more examples. So you can see in the detail. If you have any type of doubt in question, you can give me a question, and I can give you answer. In the next slide, I am discussing about the isomers. Hello guys, now in this slide I am discussing about the isomers. This is very important question, and isomers are very are used in various purpose. For in your chemistry, you can say it is used as a various example, and we have to understand and we have to use as an isomer also. We have to make and this question is very important. Here, how many isomer does a compound have? So you have to understand the basic thing, what is isomer. So guys, for the understanding the isomer, we know iso, that is same. Iso, that is same. Same mer means part. That is the compound which having the same part, but different in their structure, position, chain, formats. You can say different their formats. So isomers, for the example, isomers contain the different type of isomerism is a simple word, but it's a complete process known as isomerism, and it is divided by position isomerism, chain isomerism, chain isomerase and metamerase, tautomerase. In 10th standard syllabus, this is not included, but I am telling the basic thing because this can be used as a to make the IUPAC forms. So guys, for the isomer, I'm telling there are the structural isomer, very simple meaning structural isomer. What are structural isomer? Structural isomer are those which having the same molecular formula but different in their structure. Do you understand? The compound which has same molecular formula but different in their structure. This is structural isomerism. For example, butane, I am depicted here. Butane, the formula is C4H10, but in the other form, when it congested into the branch, it contains the formula C3H8, and this is the methyl propane. So guys, you can see here molecular formula is same but structurally this is different. One is branch and another is straight. For the another isomer, that is position isomers. What are position isomer? Position, that is position is different. Molecular formula is same but position is different. So then here you can see but1ene in this example you can see but1ene, but2ene, that is double bond position is different but molecular formula is same. So molecular formula is same but double bond position is different. And third one, so you can make the isomer, and a question can be asked like this: how many isomer butane contain, but1ene contain? So you can say it can be made 3 isomers are there. It can prepare 3 isomers are there. Okay, and let another isomers that is functional isomers. Functional, that is function related to the function group. Means is that difference in their function group, same molecular formula but difference in their function group, like propanol and propanol. Propanol, that is ketone group. CH3 guys, do you understand? Propanol, ketone group. Propanol, that is aldehyde group. Both having the same molecular formula but arrangement of function group is different. Like that, in propanol CH3 COCH3, whereas propanol CH3 CH2 CHO. So number of carbon atom and hydrogen atom, oxygen atom are similar in both cases, but entirely they are different in their function group. You can see and you can write and you can learn about the difference. Here they are the some you will study it in 11th standard in detail, but I am telling you in short way what are optical and cis trans isomers. Optical isomers are those which are having the chiral center. Guys, I have already told in second slide what is the chirality. So this is the carbon property. Means the carbon element which is attached to different atom of group. Then it can be seen in your mirror. So then it is change the position. Means is that it is mirror image to each other. Mirror, for the simpler example, I can tell optical isomer are those which are having the mirror image superimposable to each other. Okay, so for example, our hands, they are superimposable to each other. Our eyes, our legs, our shoes, these are the superimposable to each other. If both are same, so it cannot be mirror image. So then mirror image are those which are for the compounds we can see those having the chiral center. Chiral, that is carbon is attached to a different atom of group. And cis trans, for the cis trans isomer, cis trans guys, for cis position. Cis position, same alkyl group या halo group या any other group which is attached to the same along the side, but for the transform diagonally they are same. Diagonally same atom or group or function group are attached, but along the side is that this is cis. When diagonally attached same, you can see in this example I am depicted here. You can see cis and trans isomer. Trans is diagonally same and cis is along the side same. So this is a short form, and I am telling I am not telling in detail because this is not in your syllabus. For our knowledge, I am giving simplest example. Guys, Hello guys, and next slide I'm talking about the aromatics. Yes, this question arises in your mind when you have tell what the aliphatic, aromatic, but the important thing we are discussing for carbon compounds aromatics. So guys, aromatic, whenever we are talking about aromatic compounds related to the ring structure, guys, related to the ring structure means is that alternation of single one double bond is here. You can see in this picture the I am showing the formula of bencene which contain the C6H6 and they are arranged like a ring structure, and it contains the alternation double bond and single bond here, and their alternation means double bond double bond, so it contains the 3 pi bonds and one, and do you know about the pi and sigma? So I am telling sigma is formed by single bond, pi is formed by the double bond. Where the compound double bond is there, so then you can see this is the pi bond. In double bond, 1 pi bond, 1 sigma bond is there. But in triple bond, 2 pi, 1 sigma bond is there. But in single bond, only the sigma bond. So here for the benzene ring, there is a 3 pi bond. So 3 pi bond, that is 1 sigma 1 pi bond. So in benzene we can say, we can count 3 pi and rest sigma. So these are the benzene structure, and this is the diagram here resonating structure. They are the identical structure, but bond is moving one place to another place by rotation by mechanism, and these arrows are showing about the same similarity in their structure, but alternation takes place. Here you can see the cyclic structure. We are saying the ring can be arranged in the, if a bond is not there, we are saying that this is cyclohexane. Cyclic form, cyclohexane, but in ring, that is bond must be there, and this called is benzene. Okay guys, did you understand about it? If you have any type of question, you can discuss me. So students, in the next slide, I will talk about the types of chemical reaction, and this is very important question to 10th standard students, and you have to know, and this is the basic thing, and I will give the very simpler example for this purpose. Types. First, do you know what do you mean by chemical reaction? Chemical reaction. So if you don't know, I am telling in a simpler way. New substance with new properties are formed, that is a chemical reaction. New substance with new properties are formed, that is a chemical reaction. For example, when carbon is added to the oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide. Exactly, carbon dioxide. तो you can see कार्बन ऑक्सीजन के साथ कनेक्ट हो रहा है और आपस में कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड बना रहा है, मीन्स प्रोडक्ट कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड न्यू प्रॉपर्टी के साथ फॉर्म हुआ, means new property when new compound is formed, that is chemical reaction. Okay, so guys, there is a various type of reaction, but for the 10th standard I'll tell the basic type of reaction is here, that is combination reaction, reverse reaction, redox reaction. Redox is a simple thing. Redox is not a simple, this will come in your 11th standard syllabus in detail. Combination reactions, replacement reaction, single displacement reaction, double displacement reaction, and neutralization reaction. These are necessary. I am telling to you. So guys, what is combination? As the name I am telling, combination. That is a combination pure mode and make the one compound. Okay. For example, A plus B is equal to AB. For example, C plus O2, that is CO2. So CO2, and this is a combination reaction. And another is decomposition reaction. Decomposition, that is breakdown, means this is, you can say, this is the reverse of, this is the opposite of combination, means CO2 convert into the C plus O2. This is the reverse position, this is the opposite reaction of combination. Okay, third one is combustion reaction. Combustion, burning. Combustion, burning, that is in presence of oxygen. So when in presence of oxygen is there, then that is a combustion reaction. It one way, then it will form the compound. Combustion, that is related to the oxygen. Okay, neutralization, neutral, that is neutral. The pH is 7. Neutral, that is acid and base react with the compound. Same amount of acid and same amount of base are react together to form the neutral compound. Guys, here HCl and NaOH, both, this is the strong acid HCl, NaOH strong base, and they are forming the neutral compound NaCl, that is salt. Guys, you are saying when acid and base are react together, it will form neutral compound, and this is neutralization reaction. Displacement reaction, that is the one higher reactive element displaced to the lower reactive element. Okay, for example, I am giving AgN3 react with the NaCl. So here, which one is higher reactive? So those is replacing and impacting in the example. So you can see higher reactive element replacing the lower reactive element. Likewise, in double displacement reaction, both two compounds are replaced to each other. That is a double displacement reaction. You can do the exercise of these type of reaction and you can understand. If you have any type of question related to this concept, I can tell you in detail in my comment box. And thank you, students, and I will give you next slide, next proposition I will come, and surely I will clear your doubts. Thank you.